poppin', guys? It's your girl Ty here for the Weekend Zone, and today I'm going to be doing the show alone. Bye.
Wow. All right. Well, it was real, guys.
Okay, bye. I'm not kidding. I wish.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm here with Chris Clark.
I'm here.
Give it up. Give it up.
I'm not gonna clap for myself. I'm not that narcissistic.
Okay, so today we have to start with the Warriors drama, okay? Mm-hmm. This may help you, but we'll get to that in a minute. Are you surprised about the drama that took place between Draymond Green and Kevin Durant?
Surprised in the sense that we saw it, yes. But other than that, we've been hearing about this, for years, that there's been some kind of scuffles and drama in the locker rooms. We just didn't know who it was, but now I think we're getting a better vision of who it has been. That could be true or false, but I mean, they're gonna be fine. It's November. I'm still using it as whatever fodder as I can for KD to come to the Knicks, but at the same time, it's November. It's gonna be March, April, May, June, January. They're gonna be in the finals, and they're gonna forget about what happened in November.
Who's gonna forget?
Everyone. We're all gonna forget.
Yeah, we the public may forget, but you know that beef still exists.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Forgetting.
It's fine. He can leave, but I'm saying that's not gonna affect anything as far as him getting a championship or anything like that.
I don't know. You never know who's gonna get injured. I'm just saying.
I'm with you.
I've been saying this.
I agree. They're just such a strong team. At the same time, it's like, I don't know. Take out two of them, and they still have three of the best players in the league. Like, I don't know.
It's funny because I'm actually not surprised by any of this.
Right.
How many times have we seen Draymond and KD's face like this, doing that thing, yelling at him? We knew there was tension, but let me ask you this, okay? Did Draymond make the wrong call by not passing that ball?
100%. And I think that's what started everything, because the team even called him out. They didn't call, they weren't trying to stop the whole thing. They were calling out Dre, you should at least call a timeout if anything else. Personally, you give the ball to your closer. If you're not going to call a timeout, give the ball to KD and let him figure it out. But I think he was completely in the wrong in that play.
That's the thing about Draymond, and that's the thing about players like Draymond. People love to hate him, but you love guys like this because they do play with their emotions and their heart and their passion.
Want that guy.
So you do want that guy on the team, but the bad side of it is if he has some tension with you, it's going to show up on the court and it will affect the team because he wears his emotions on his sleeve. So if there's tension, he's not passing to you.
Correct. In any case, you give the ball to your closer and let him close the game if you're not going to go the timeout route, which I don't think they had to go. I mean, you could argue that, but I don't think they had to call a timeout. Give the ball to KD, let him close the game. If they go in overtime, they go in overtime. But I don't know. That was a weird play in my eyes, and I think, like you said, it might come down to the tension aspect.
I think it does.
Not
passing to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do it. I'm just kidding.
Well,
okay, so as KD's walking off, I've watched this clip 100 times. Did he say I'm out? I think he did. This is why I'm out.
And here's the thing, I'm reading all these other people's thoughts on what he said, and none of them even make sense. Like, some of the stuff that they were talking about, I don't know, box out, you should have called a timeout, blah, blah, blah. He clearly said, and that's why I'm out.
This is why I'm out.
This is why I'm out, yeah.
All right, so now that KD said it himself, he's out, which the rumors have been there. KD chose to stay or to become a free agent next summer and to keep that door open, and we know why, because he wants to leave.
Yeah.
We both agree on that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
I think we disagree with the next part you're going to say, but go ahead.
Okay. So he's gone. Where is he going?
There it is. I unbiased. I'm going to put Knicks fan Chris to the side. It's going to be either an LA team or a New York team. I don't see him going back to OKC. I don't see him I don't see him going home to Washington, because that's a dumpster fire in the first place as well. I just don't know what other team he could go to that would justify him leaving Golden State other than going to an LA team, be it Clippers or Lakers, or a New York team, be it Brooklyn or the Knicks. I mean, I'm very heavy on #KD to NY, but it is a realistic fact that he can go to an LA team as well, because they can give him the max, which is what he wants. He'll be playing with LeBron. There's no jump off from competing for a championship when you go and play with the best player in the league. But then he can, up his career and up his legacy, coming to New York, make us a championship contender, make us, first in the East. I'll stop there. I'll let you take over.
You guys are just straight trash this season.
We're young. We're the youngest team in the league, man.
Here's the thing. Do I want KD to come to LA?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Okay, yes, I do. And I do think it's likely. Stephen A. Smith said that his sources are telling him that LA is the most likely destination. Now, when Stephen A. Smith's sources say something that betters my life, I'm all for it. When they say something I don't like, I will tear them down one by one.
100%.
But hey, listen, if his sources are saying that KD's most likely to go to LA, okay, his sources are probably right this time. But if I'm gonna be honest with myself and everyone else, I kind of do see him going to the Knicks more than LA. And the reason why is because I actually think KD wants to retire young. We've heard this rumor for a while now. And I think the one thing he wants to do is try and win back some of the respect he lost by 100%. Signing with the Warriors. And he could do that by going to a trash team.
He would do that, 100% do that. I don't think could, but continue your statement.
He could do that by going to a trash team like the Knicks. I mean, pure garbage. And rebuilding and lifting up that team, and then he's kind of become the savior of a team, and he didn't hop on the Lakers where you have the current best player.
Pretty much do the same thing again. Do the Golden State thing all over again, pretty much.
Exactly, pretty much, yeah. And I think KD wants to prove that he's the best player in the league. I really do.
Me too.
But he doesn't have, he has to grow straight up in his leadership skills, because that's what he's lacking. He's a crazy, phenomenal player. I mean, if he could potentially be better than Bron in a year or two, honestly, you know?
It's potential.
But his leadership skills just suck.
One thing with him though that I don't think is given enough credit, and I'm agreeing. He's a good on-court leader, but as far as mentorship and all that stuff, he's not the greatest. But one thing
he's not good at all. Trash.
True. But one thing that is that not many people know about or is talked about him is he is very in touch with the upcoming players, the players that are coming through, college and high school and stuff like that. So for him to know about a guy, and not trying to say that there's any lines, but like with Kevin Knox, he's paid attention to Kevin Knox in high school, and the Zions and the Melo balls, we've seen him talk about these high school ballers before they come up. So I feel like because of the fact that we're one of the younger teams, I think that helps us in that sense because he knows of the younger guys on our roster, like the Alonzo Triers, the Kevin Knoxes, and possibly the RJ Barretts if we keep going the way we're going, or Zion Williamson because we're going to be having a top 3 pick. I feel like in those senses that could help our case a little bit because he does know about the younger guys, but as far as on court or as far as a locker room leader guy, rah guy, he's not the greatest at that.
No, because let me tell you something. That's another thing. If he were, Draymond would not feel comfortable to be mouthing off like that, because that 100%. Is just completely disrespectful 100%. For him to call him a
several times. Several times. Yeah. Several times.
Okay, so let's move on and let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. Can this man salvage his career? That's my question to you.
Yes. I don't think so.
Okay.
Before I answer the question, are you thinking that it's his fault that's going on with Houston? Are you blaming Melo for Houston?
I'm not blaming Melo for what's going on in Houston, but Melo hasn't been showing up as Melo for a few years now. This is separate from the team. I'm just talking about him as a player.
But I mean, in the 10 games that they've played, he hasn't been horrible. He hasn't been Oklahoma City horrible. I mean, he's had some off nights.
Why are we giving Melo, who was a great and could still be a great, a pass for being mediocre? That's what I'm not. Okay, why is that a thing?
Age. He does not move, and literally the only shots he shoots are threes. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that yes, he is mediocre now compared to the superstar that we're accustomed to. But he's still a scorer. He's still probably one of the best scorers in the league if you just give him the ball. He's a catch and shoot, one of the best catch and shoot scorers. I just hate that he's getting all this criticism for the Rockets' woes because he's having off nights.
But I mean, okay, yeah, there are some people putting the blame on him. I'm not one of those people. I'm just talking about him as a player. What is this man gonna do with his career, and how is he gonna salvage it?
He's a D Wade now, man. He's a D Wade with a jump shot. He's off the bench kind of guy that hopefully can give you 15 points.
I feel like he could still be above D Wade. That's what pisses me off about
But the
Carmelo.
Rockets gave him chances. And this is coming from a huge Melo fan. He's played 28 plus minutes, and that still wasn't given the 30s and stuff.
That's my point. That's what pisses me off about Melo. That's why I'm so hard on him in my reports, because he could be doing so much better. He's lazy. You got lazy.
Yeah.
You got lazy, Melo. You could be doing, your body's not that. Get in the gym, work on it. You could be doing more.
And then we only get the footage of him towards the end of off-season working out, but like throughout the entire off-season, you're still seeing all these guys doing things. But we finally see a week before training camp. Oh, look, there's Hoodie Melo again. Hoodie Melo's doing this thing all over again. Blah 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 blah.
I sure saw him in Italy with his Zeno, though. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm annoyed about.
I agree with that. Yeah, his work ethic has never been great. That coming as a Knicks fan, he's never had the greatest work ethic, and he had that natural ability to score where he can just go out and give you 30 buckets. But
let's move on to Britt's favorite section of the show, honorable mentions, in honor of her living her best life, traveling around the world.
Facts.
Shout out to you, Britt. Shout out to
Britt.
you. We feel you. Actually, we don't. Because
Yeah.
we're here and you're there.
Yeah.
My honorable mention is gonna go to Dwight Howard. That's
Boy.
right, Dwight. He's just reliving that moment that Kobe, he thought he was gonna block Kobe on a jump shot, so he jumps, and Kobe just leapt over him like a spider monkey and dunked on him. Take a look.
He dunks it really loud. Boom! I hear the crowd say, "Oh!" And I'm like, well, I know what that means. I just got dunked on.
Ooh, I love
It's
it.
just so disrespectful. So disrespectful. But Dwight did it to himself, man. Welcome to the league, bro. Welcome to the league. Yeah. Well, mine isn't as good, but it's hilarious.
Never is this good.
Okay. Well, going to my 8-1 who dat New Orleans Saints, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming up to play against the Philadelphia Eagles, as a lot of you guys know. And even though it's not a big deal, the story behind it is hilarious. The Saints are going to be wearing their beautiful all-white color rush jerseys, but it wasn't by the choice of the Saints. It was actually choice of Coach Peterson over by the Philadelphia Eagles. In the offseason, they had a little golf tournament between Sean Payton and Peterson, and they had to bet on who would pick the jersey for when they play each other. And Sean Payton lost, so therefore he chose the white jersey for them. But as cool and as funny as that is, in my opinion, like I would have thrown them in like the most off-put, like I would have been like, all right, wear your 1980s helmet with your color rush whites and then your blacks. Like make it look all stupid on national TV. But I think that was pretty funny story that I came up across there. But it doesn't matter what jersey you put us in. We're gonna take you down, Philly. Okay?
I'm
you
sorry,
see
guys.
me? You see me?
Okay.
We want your chip.
I'm
We want
sorry,
your chip.
guys.
all
I'm
right?
sorry.
We're coming for you, Philly.
If I had known, does someone have a tranquilizer? Do we have it? Okay, we'll give it to you.
Who that?
Guys,
Sorry.
that is it for today. Thoughts on any of this? Drop a comment and let us know. We'll see you next week. Get much love.